do it, team. What's up? Welcome to Motosumo. My name is Ben. I'm going to be your instructor for this class. I hope you guys are excited. I'm stringing to you all the way from London in the UK, where it is cold outside, but we are about to get warm on these bikes. So I hope you are ready, team. This is going to be a half an hour stronger together, guys, and that is exciting. For the one reason is that this is a tough class. It's a sort of athletic-based training, a performance-based training, in which we sort of work in our power zone. So our power zone is something that I'm going to describe later on as we get onto it. But right now, team, let's get into a nice little warm-up. So making sure everyone is on that resistance, bang, at 0. So all the way down on that resistance, I'm going to take you to a nice warm-up, and then we get into the tough stuff. So as long as you're ready for it, as long as you know that it's coming, guys, we can get moving, team. We're going to go for this in 3, 2, 1, team. Let's go. So in that resistance 0, all the way down, and we just get our legs moving. We just get them around. Just getting those legs moving, just like you know you want to. So we'll start now resistance 0 because it's basically where everyone can be at that sort of same point. Because everyone's got sort of different bikes, everyone's got different bodies. You want to be in that sort of same area where we can all join together, wherever we are in the world, at the very bottom of our bike in that resistance 0, but we don't spend here too long. Because that'd be silly, because this is too easy. It's easy, isn't it? So we want to make it harder, we want to challenge ourselves, don't we? So let's bring it up a little bit, let's take it up to that resistance 1, team. Oh, find that, nice. So that's your resistance 1, and we're getting those legs moving. We're getting that feeling in there. Who have we got in? Arlita. Yo, what's up? So just getting those legs moving, guys. In resistance 1, let's go for a few push paces. Start with a little 30-second, nice short one. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yes, Arlita. So in that resistance 1, just getting those legs moving. Remember, resistance 1 should feel nice and light. Should feel nice and easy, relatively easy. But there's still something under those legs. You can still sort of feel it. You can still a bit of heaviness. You can still feel a bit of resistance. It's not nothing. 2, 1, slowing that down. All right, we're going to go into a minute-long push now. A minute-long push pace, locking into it. 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you've got that minute long now. So we should be able to try and push into that yellow zone, and we know that yellow zone is 90 plus. So 90 revolutions per minute or higher. And remember, because we're only in that sort of resistance 1, if you want to go higher, you can go higher, but we never want to go above 125, because it gets a bit dangerous, team. Yo, if this song doesn't get you going on a Monday morning when I'm doing it, or wherever you are doing this, then that is the dream. 2, 1, slowing it down, nice. Cool, we're going to take it into another little 30-second push. So once again, back to that short one, which means we can raise that intensity. So if you can push that sort of RPM up by 1 or 2, you go for it. 3, 2, 1, let's do it.
You're my best friend. Didn't care about those clear no weekends. I'll be in fools just in the deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we could.
2, 1, nice, time to bring it up. Let's take it to resistance 2, guys. Take it up there. Find that resistance 2 in your legs and your body, in everything. And the way we find it is it feels a bit more like sand now, so you're actually having to push around a bit harder. But we can still get some speed into that. We can still get some real speed into that. So let's go for that again. Another sort of section where you've just done it. 31 minute, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Who have we got in? DDN 63. Not the easiest name to say, but how you doing? What's up? Welcome. So we're only on that 30-second push now. Slowing it down, nice work there, cool. Now we go for that 1 minute. The same thing again that we did last time. You're trying to hold that RPM that you were hitting that last time. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So now we've got to start thinking about that technique as well. Especially in a thing like Stronger Together. When you're working at a pretty high intensity the whole time, look, we're still only warming up. But when we get into that main section, and you guys are feeling fatigued, feeling tired, it's your technique that's going to hold you together. Keep that strong. Nice, Ali, so strong in that yellow. That's what we like. Try to push, stay in that yellow if you can. Stay in that 90s. 2, 1, pulling it back, nice stuff. Now we go for that short one, that 30-second one. And so whatever sort of numbers you were hitting before, maybe you were hitting about that sort of 22-ish. You're going to go for 22, 92. You're going to try to hit that sort of 94. So add maybe 1 or 2 points onto that RPM as we go for that 30-second push now. On your marks, get set, let's go. Team, again, if you're doing this on the Monday, like I'm doing it now, or whenever you're doing it, think of the reason why you are doing this. Why did you get on the bike? What made you want to go for this little ride? If it was convenience, great, fine. If it's for another reason, you use that reason. You utilize the reason why you got on this bike to get you through to the end of the class. Nice, slowing it down, trying to bring it up into that resistance 3. Show me that resistance 3, team. Now it's like, whoa, interesting. Having to fight and work and push it all the way around. Let's go for another little 1 minute. We're going to go straight into your 1 minute in this one. In 3, in 2, in 1. And this one, guys. This one, team, is your sort of power resistance, I like to call it. So if you think of high power in terms of on your bike, that's a mixture of high cadence plus high resistance. And so right now, we're in that 3rd resistance out of 4. So the next one you go up should be super heavy. But this one, you can still get into sort of yellow zone. You can still get a decent pace in. So that mixture of high resistance plus high cadence equals a good power. And so we're going to spend most of our class in this resistance 3, slowing that down. Slowing that down, so you know how it feels. Let's just take it up to resistance 4 because I want to feel that heaviness. So stand up with me, team. Take it up to that resistance 4. We're going to go for a little 2-minute climb. A 2-minute climb before we get into our sort of main section. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So here we go. We're just on that sort of 2-minute climb now, just driving up that hill. So really making sure those elbows are staying nice and close in and you're driving it forward. So you can always roll those shoulders back, making sure you're not sort of shrugging your shoulders up at all. You want those elbows in as well, team. And we're just moving around like this. We're just getting it through. Strong stuff. Here we go. So this is a 2-minute climb, which is then going to lead us into that next section. And remember, guys, high power is what we're going to do sort of for the main time. We're going to spend the majority of the time in that resistance 3. The more you think we're stronger together, or the way I think we're stronger together, is to try to hit your FTP. You don't need to remember this stuff. It means your functional threshold power. That's where that power comes in. And it basically means you're sort of the highest power you can do within, it's meant to be within an hour, but we don't do it within an hour. We don't have that time, so we do it for about 20 minutes. And it's your average wattage or your average power output. And so the only way of doing that is by holding a consistent power. So the moment you take a break, the moment you pull back or come down in that resistance, that average power is going to go down. Which means from now on until the end, we ain't taking a break. We ain't taking a break, Alita. Sorry to break the bad news to you. This is how this Stronger Together class works. But you've got to remember that we are all literally, quite literally in it together. So keeping that really nice and strong. And before we get into that first section in resistance 3, I'm going to drop it down to resistance 2, and we're going to go for a little race. And we do that in 4, in 3, sit down, resistance 2, in 2, in 1, let's go. So you're on that racetrack now, driving it forward as fast as you can. The reason we do this in resistance 2 is that you can get enough speed to hit like a proper speed. So you're going fast, but you don't want to go too fast. And the way I say that is that it gets dangerous if your legs are moving too fast on your bike. It's all well and good getting a lot of meters on the board. We've got to think about that safety, and also it's going to be challenging for you. So if you're just moving your legs, and it's super easy moving those legs that fast, you ain't going to get much from it. It's always best to try to maintain a speed, maintain a fast speed, but maybe add a bit more resistance to challenge you. Yeah, good stuff. Here we go. 50. Another 30 seconds, and remember, specifically, we're not going to stop after this. I want us to stand up in a resistance 4 as soon as we finish this race and start climbing once again. Because we need to hold that average power output. So another 15 seconds, as soon as the race is finished, up into resistance 4, climbing. I'll do it, you got to copy me. You got to copy me. All the way to the end. 3, 2, 1, standing up. Up we get in that resistance 4 now, so it is heavy. Nice. Checking out the score. Super work there, Alita. You're about 10 meters off me. So good, all the way. Cool, we're gonna come out of that. And again, you're about 10 meters off me. We're climbing now, remember, because we're trying to keep that nice and steady. I want to give you that, because that was a huge effort. How you doing, Alita? You're going strong? How are the legs? How's everything feeling? Sounds good. All right, we're going to sit it down, head into that resistance 3 now, team. Dropping it down, find that resistance 3, and we go for this. Your first long section. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You'll notice above me, I popped a little 5 minutes timer on. All in resistance 3. So we sat down once again, and it's about finding a cadence or a speed that's challenging enough for you in this resistance. So keeping everything nice and close in, elbows in. And anytime you sort of do these long sections, they sort of take you on a little journey. because the first minute or so is you just sort of finding that pace, because we were just climbing back then, so we've got to get used to the sort of technique set down. Then you go through that middle bit where you sort of get lost in it. And it's quite nice like that. As long as you're staying on your pace, you'll ease into the rhythm of it. And even though it should be a bit of a struggle, you will just ease into it. But I don't want you to just stay too comfortable. Because the moment you're just comfortable, and the moment it's comfortable, you're not gaining anything from it, are you? The moment you just sat there getting those legs spinning around, you ain't gaining anything from it. And we want you to. I want you to gain something. And then it comes to the end, the final section of each of these long bits. That's when it's definitely uncomfortable, because if it ain't, you're not going at the right speed or the right resistance. Oh yeah! I'm about to explode. I asked you for permission, no, I don't have to say I'm sorry. I ain't staying in the background, no, 'cause I don't need your worry. I'm a human and I am losing. Gonna go. Like a bullet, but we're not pushing. You should know, no, I'm about to explode. Okay, another 2 minutes. And now you need to start asking yourself, is this challenging me enough? If it's comfortable, then I ain't getting anything from it. If you ain't looking like this right now, and you ain't doing Stronger Together right, for the final minute we're going to add a bit of resistance and we're going to try to maintain that RPM, that speed. So get ready to add. Let's go. See, a little addition. Doesn't seem like it's going to make much time, but if you've gone for 4 minutes and you've got comfortable in that resistance, and you add a little bit and try to maintain that cadence, well, it's a different story. Let me give it all to you. 2, 1, ready, stand it up. 3, 2, 1, resistance 4. Resistance 4. That came as a surprise to me as it did to you. We are here and we are going. I've been fighting everything you'll be, 'cause everything will be changing me, and I can't seem to get you out of my head, I got tired. So really keeping that form strong in these climbs. Anytime we're on those climbs, you know what to do. You keep it tight, you keep it strong, you keep everything in, nice and close. Okay, minute done, minute to go. Strong on this one. Remember, you're in that resistance 4. This is getting tough. This is getting tiring. We don't give up. We stay with it. Ready to go into another little race. You've got another race about to come up. 2 minutes on the clock. Ready to drop it down into that resistance 2. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we dropped it straight down into that resistance 2. As we go through these little stages, remember, the way sort of power works, the way the equation works is you need both the resistance and the speed. So obviously when we drop down to resistance 2 for these races, you need to add way more speed to compensate for the lack of that resistance. The same works, but the opposite in terms of that resistance 4, because you're naturally going to slow down in terms of your speed. So we need to make sure that resistance is way high. Everything just falls apart. So I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to me? Close your eyes and we'll be free. 2, 1, halfway. Minds we lay down. It's gonna take us some time, but I won't give up. Though I know it's tough, we need to break our patterns. It's better now than after we have drifted up too far. Let's tear down the wall. Our destiny has come. We're walking down a path, and the wind will change at last, like a song about our past. So I'll just close my eyes and dream. Because we're getting there. So remember, you've got to think about how that constant average power is coming out. That's why we ain't resting. That's why I'm doing constantly. That's why we're jumping on things all over again. 5 seconds, we stand up in resistance 4, preparing for our last round. 3, 2, 1. Stand up resistance 4. Remember, it should get heavy. So now we're just going to check out the scores nice and quick. Oh, huge stuff there. Let's come out of it. Let's finish this off. We sit down. 3, 2, 1. 5 minutes left. You're into that resistance 3 now. You're into that resistance 3. And we are driving it forward. This is the final section, so when this one comes to an end, we have a lovely little stretch, and then we are out of there. This is why we got to make the most of this last one. This is why you got to give me everything, Motosumo. We're going to start to add some resistance in a bit to allow us to finish this off the way we want to finish this sort of one off. properly. Okay, we're going to start adding from that halfway mark. And then we add it every 30 seconds. So the first one is coming up in 5 to take this all the way to your final 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, add a little bit. Maintain that tempo, maintain that pace. Add again. Under 2 minutes. Adding again, ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything now. Let's stay with that song. Ready to add. 3, 2, 1, go. I want to finish this one. This one takes you to that place. Woo! Come on, go, go, go. Final add in 4, 3, 2, 1. On that pace, on that pace. All the way. All the way. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2. One. Resistance zero team. All the way down. And just keep those legs moving for a little bit. Wow. That was the one. Stand up. Push those heels back. Get that stretch. Three, 2, 1. Send around the other way. Three, 2, 1. From now on, you just give yourself a big round of applause. Stronger Together is never easy, Motosumo, but you guys got to the end and you did it. It's literally in the name, Stronger Together. You, me, everyone is doing this. And it's a challenge, but you've done amazingly. Remember, team, if you've got any questions, do not hesitate to contact the Motosumo support team, me, anyone. And we are happy to answer your questions and always clicking pause and safe so you compare it against your other workouts team. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. My name is Ben, this has been Motosumo. You're a legend. Bye.